The gloves are off, and this time there's absolutely no going back. After years of staying silent, years of diplomatic smiles and carefully chosen words, Prince William has finally reached his breaking point. What we're about to reveal will shock you to your core, because the future King of England has just made the most ruthless decision of his entire life. This isn't just another royal family disagreement that will blow over in a few months. This is a complete and total destruction of any hope that Harry and Meghan will ever return to the royal fold. Picture this. Behind the closed doors of Buckingham Palace, Prince William is quietly putting together a plan that will change everything. A plan so cold, so calculated, and so final that it will leave Harry and Meghan's world in complete ruins. The brother who once walked side by side with Harry behind their mother's coffin is now the same man who's about to slam the door on Harry's royal future forever. What you're about to hear isn't just palace gossip or media speculation. These are the real moves being made by real people with real power, and the consequences are going to be devastating for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the most explosive royal story of the year. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why Harry and Meghan's comfortable California lifestyle is about to come crashing down around them. Let's start from the beginning, because to understand why William has become so ruthless, you need to know what really pushed him over the edge. For years, Prince William watched in silence as his younger brother and sister-in-law created scandal after scandal. The Netflix documentaries that aired the royal family's private business to the world. The Oprah interview that sent shockwaves through the monarchy and damaged the royal family's reputation globally. Harry's tell-all book that painted William as an angry, jealous brother and revealed private conversations that should have stayed private forever. Each of these moments was like a knife in William's back, but he kept his mouth shut and his feelings to himself. He played the role of the patient older brother, the responsible future king, who was above petty family drama. But behind the scenes, William was keeping score, and that score was about to come due in the most devastating way possible. But here's what most people don't know. The final straw for William wasn't any of those public humiliations. It wasn't the books or the interviews or the documentaries. The moment that truly broke William's patience happened much earlier, and it's something that most people completely missed at the time. Do you remember Harry and Meghan's wedding? The ceremony that was supposed to be this beautiful moment of unity, bringing together two different worlds in the name of love? Well, if you were watching closely, you would have noticed something that sent chills down Prince William's spine and told him everything he needed to know about what his family was dealing with. During the ceremony, as Harry and Meghan walked down the aisle as a newly married couple, they passed directly in front of Queen Elizabeth. This was the moment when royal protocol demanded that they stop, bow, and show proper respect to the monarch. Every single royal wedding in history has included this moment of reverence. It's not just tradition, it's a sign of respect for the crown and everything it represents. But Harry and Meghan didn't stop. They didn't bow. They didn't even pause. They walked right past the Queen as if she was just another wedding guest, treating her like she was invisible. To most people watching on television, it probably looked like nothing. Maybe they thought it was just nerves, or maybe they didn't even notice it happened. The gloves are off, and this time there's absolutely no going back. After years of staying silent, years of diplomatic smiles and carefully chosen words, Prince William has finally reached his breaking point. What we're about to reveal will shock you to your core, because the future King of England has just made the most ruthless decision of his entire life. This isn't just another royal family disagreement that will blow over in a few months. This is a complete and total destruction of any hope that Harry and Meghan will ever return to the royal fold. Picture this. Behind the closed doors of Buckingham Palace, Prince William is quietly putting together a plan that will change everything. A plan so cold, so calculated, and so final that it will leave Harry and Meghan's world in complete ruins. The brother who once walked side by side with Harry behind their mother's coffin is now the same man who's about to slam the door on Harry's royal future forever. What you're about to hear isn't just palace gossip or media speculation. These are the real moves being made by real people with real power, and the consequences are going to be devastating for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the most explosive royal story of the year. And by the end of this video, You'll understand exactly why Harry and Meghan's comfortable California lifestyle is about to come crashing down around them. Let's start from the beginning, because to understand why William has become so ruthless, you need to know what really pushed him over the edge. For years, Prince William watched in silence as his younger brother and sister-in-law created scandal after scandal. The Netflix documentaries that aired the royal family's private business to the world. The Oprah interview that sent shockwaves through the monarchy and damaged the royal family's reputation globally. Harry's tell-all book that painted William as an angry, jealous brother and revealed private conversations that should have stayed private forever. Each of these moments was like a knife in William's back, but he kept his mouth shut and his feelings to himself. He played the role of the patient older brother, the responsible future king who was above petty family drama. But behind the scenes, William was keeping score, and that score was about to come due in the most devastating way possible. But here's what most people don't know. The final straw for William wasn't any of those public humiliations. It wasn't the books or the interviews or the documentaries. The moment that truly broke William's patience happened much earlier, and it's something that most people completely missed at the time. Do you remember Harry and Meghan's wedding? The ceremony that was supposed to be this beautiful moment of unity, bringing together two different worlds in the name of love? Well, if you were watching closely, you would have noticed something that sent chills down Prince William's spine and told him everything he needed to know about what his family was dealing with. During the ceremony, as Harry and Meghan walked down the aisle as a newly married couple, they passed directly in front of Queen Elizabeth. This was the moment when royal protocol demanded that they stop, bow, and show proper respect to the monarch. Every single royal wedding in history has included this moment of reverence. It's not just tradition, it's a sign of respect for the crown and everything it represents. But Prince William noticed. He noticed because he understands what that moment really meant. In the royal world, showing respect to the Queen isn't just good manners. It's a statement about whether you understand and accept your place in the monarchy. It's about whether you respect centuries of tradition and protocol that hold the entire system together. When Meghan chose not to curtsy and Harry chose not to bow, they were sending a very clear message. They were saying that they didn't feel bound by royal rules and traditions. They were announcing that they planned to do things their own way, regardless of what the royal family expected from them. For Prince William, watching that moment was like watching his worst fears come true in real time. He realized that his brother had married someone who had no intention of fitting into the royal family structure, and that Harry was going to support her in breaking every rule and tradition that William had been raised to protect. That was the beginning of the end, and everything that happened afterward just confirmed William's suspicions. The demands for special treatment, the complaints about royal life, the eventual decision to move to America and start attacking the royal family in public. It all traced back to that moment when Harry and Meghan showed the world that they didn't respect the most basic requirements of royal life. Now, fast forward to today, and Prince William has finally decided that enough is enough. Sources close to the royal family say that William has been quietly working on a plan that will end Harry and Meghan's royal connection once and for all. This isn't about hurt feelings or brotherly rivalry anymore. This is about protecting the monarchy from people who William believes are actively trying to damage it. The plan is brutally simple and devastatingly effective. William wants to strip Harry and Meghan of all their royal titles, cut off all their royal privileges, and make it clear to the world that they are no longer part of the British royal family in any meaningful way. No more Duke and Duchess of Sussex. No more royal patronages. No more connections to the crown that they can use to make money or gain influence. But William isn't just talking about this plan. He's actually putting it into action, and the first step has already begun. Insiders say that William has been having private meetings with his father, King Charles, trying to convince him that this drastic action is necessary for the survival of the monarchy. These aren't casual conversations over family dinner. These are serious strategy sessions where William is laying out exactly why Harry and Meghan represent an ongoing threat to everything the royal family stands for. He's showing Charles how every interview, every documentary, every book deal damages the monarchy's reputation and makes it harder for them to do their job as the country's royal family. The most important of these meetings reportedly took place at Balmoral, the royal family's private estate in Scotland. This is where the royal family goes when they want to have conversations away from the media and away from palace staff who might leak information to the press. It's where the most serious family decisions get made. And according to sources, William used this setting to make his most powerful argument yet. William reportedly told his father that the current situation is unsustainable. Harry and Meghan can't be allowed to remain half in and half out of the royal family. They can't be allowed to keep their royal titles while simultaneously attacking the institution that gave them those titles. They can't be allowed to use their connection to the monarchy to make money in America while criticizing that same monarchy in public. The conversation was apparently so intense and so convincing that King Charles, who has always been more sympathetic to Harry's situation, started to see things from William's perspective. For the first time, Charles began to understand that his desire to maintain a relationship with his younger son might be putting the entire monarchy at risk. But William didn't stop there. He also brought Princess Catherine into these discussions, knowing that her perspective would carry extra weight with King Charles. Catherine has always been seen as a peacemaker in the family, the person who tries to smooth over conflicts and find compromises that work for everyone. But even Catherine, despite her natural instinct to keep the family together, reportedly agreed that drastic action was necessary. She could see how the ongoing drama with Harry and Meghan was affecting William, and she understood that the situation was becoming impossible to manage. Catherine's support for William's plan was crucial because it showed King Charles that this wasn't just about William being jealous or vindictive toward his brother. This was about two of the most level-headed and responsible members of the royal family coming to the conclusion that Harry and Meghan had to be cut off completely. The plan that William has developed is reportedly being called strip, freeze, erase by people who know about it. Strip away the titles, freeze the privileges, and erase any official connection between Harry and Meghan and the royal family. The first step, stripping away the titles, would mean that Harry would no longer be called Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. Meghan would no longer be the Duchess of Sussex. They would just be Harry and Meghan Mountbatten-Windsor, private citizens with no official royal status. The second step, freezing the privileges, would mean cutting off access to royal properties, royal security, royal events, and royal income. They would be treated like any other distant relatives of the royal family, with no special treatment or special access. The third step, erasing the official connection, would mean making it clear to the world that Harry and Meghan do not speak for the royal family, do not represent the royal family, and have no official role in the monarchy's future. This plan is designed to solve what William sees as the biggest problem with the current situation. Right now, Harry and Meghan are able to have it both ways. They can criticize the royal family and live independently in America, but they can also use their royal titles and connections when it benefits them financially or socially. William believes this arrangement is toxic for everyone involved. The royal family looks weak because they can't control Harry and Meghan's behavior, but they can't completely disown them either. Harry and Meghan are trapped in a situation where they're never fully independent because they're still connected to an institution they claim to despise. By cutting all ties completely, William believes he can solve both problems at once. The royal family would be free to move forward without worrying about what Harry and Meghan might say or do next. And Harry and Meghan would be free to live their lives without any connection to an institution they clearly don't want to be part of. But there's another layer to William's plan that makes it even more devastating for Harry and Meghan. William understands that their entire brand, their entire ability to make money and maintain their celebrity status, depends on their connection to the royal family. Without their royal titles, what do Harry and Meghan really have to offer? Harry is a former military officer with no particular expertise in entertainment, business, or media. Meghan is a former actress whose career was never at the A-list level before she married into the royal family. Their Netflix deals, their book deals, their speaking engagements, their charity work, all of it depends on people caring about them because they're connected to the British royal family. Take away that connection, and they become just another celebrity couple trying to stay relevant in Hollywood, which is one of the most competitive and unforgiving places in the world. William reportedly believes that once Harry and Meghan lose their royal titles, their star power will fade rapidly. Without the royal connection, media outlets will be less interested in their stories. Corporate sponsors will be less interested in partnering with them. The general public will be less interested in hearing what they have to say. This would force them to succeed or fail based purely on their own talents and efforts, without being able to rely on their royal connections as a safety net. And William apparently believes that they won't be able to handle that pressure. The timing of William's plan is also strategically brilliant. Harry has been making subtle attempts to reconnect with his family, especially around events like his upcoming visit to London for a charity event. In the past, these visits have sometimes included private meetings with King Charles or other family members. But according to sources, William has been working to make sure that these opportunities for reconnection don't happen anymore. When Harry visits London now, his schedule is reportedly kept completely separate from any royal family activities. There are no accidental encounters, no last-minute invitations, no opportunities for Harry to work his way back into the family's good graces. This sends a clear message that Harry is no longer considered part of the royal family's inner circle. He's treated like any other visiting celebrity or dignitary, with formal protocols and official channels, but no special family access. The psychological impact of this treatment on Harry is reportedly severe. Sources close to him say that he's struggling with the reality that his family has essentially written him off. He's used to being able to pick up the phone and get access to his father or his brother, but now those doors are closed. This isolation is apparently having a major impact on Harry and Meghan's relationship as well. They're both feeling the pressure of their declining celebrity status, their failed business ventures, and their inability to reconnect with the royal family. The stress is reportedly causing tension between them as they try to figure out what their next move should be. Meghan is apparently particularly frustrated because she believed that their royal connections would always be there as a backup plan. She thought that no matter what happened with their independent ventures, they could always rely on their royal status to maintain their relevance and their income. But William's plan is designed to take that safety net away completely. By cutting all official ties, he's forcing them to sink or swim on their own, without any help from the royal family. The most devastating part of William's strategy might be how it affects their children, Archie and Lilibet. These children currently have royal titles and are in the line of succession to the British throne. But if William's plan goes through, they could lose those titles and connections as well. This would mean that Harry and Meghan's children would grow up as completely private citizens with no special status or privileges. They would be just like any other children of wealthy celebrities, without the unique heritage and opportunities that come with being part of the royal family. For Harry, who grew up with all the privileges and responsibilities of being a royal prince, the idea that his children won't have those same opportunities is reportedly heartbreaking. It represents the complete severing of his family's connection to the institution that has defined his entire life. The plan is also designed to have a major impact on Harry and Meghan's public image. Right now, they're able to position themselves as victims of an unfair and outdated royal system. They can claim that they were treated badly and forced to leave against their will. But if the royal family officially cuts them off, it changes the narrative completely. Instead of being victims who were pushed out, they become people who were given every opportunity to make their royal roles work, but chose to walk away anyway. This shift in public perception could be devastating for their ability to maintain public sympathy and support. It's much harder to play the victim card when you've been officially told that you're no longer wanted or needed. William reportedly believes that this change in narrative will make it much harder for Harry and Meghan to continue making money by telling their side of the royal family story. Without being able to claim that they were unfairly treated, their complaints about royal life will start to sound like the grievances of ungrateful people who threw away an incredible opportunity. The international implications of William's plan are also significant. Harry and Meghan have built relationships with political leaders, celebrities, and business figures around the world based on their royal status. Many of these relationships exist specifically because people want to maintain connections with the British royal family. If Harry and Meghan lose their royal titles and official status, many of these relationships will likely disappear as well. Foreign leaders who are happy to meet with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex may have no interest in meeting with private citizens Harry and Meghan Mountbatten-Windsor. This could have a major impact on their ability to continue their charitable work and their business ventures on an international scale. Without royal credentials, they'll have to work much harder to get meetings, make connections, and maintain their global influence. The plan is reportedly moving forward quickly, with William pushing his father to make the official announcement sooner rather than later. William apparently believes that every day they wait gives Harry and Meghan more opportunities to cause additional damage to the royal family's reputation. King Charles is reportedly still somewhat reluctant to take such a drastic step, but he's being convinced by William's arguments and by the advice of senior royal advisors who believe that decisive action is necessary. The announcement, when it comes, will reportedly be brief and final. There won't be any room for negotiation or appeals. The decision will be presented as permanent and irreversible, with no possibility for Harry and Meghan to earn their way back into the royal family's good graces. This represents a complete victory for William's vision of how the royal family should operate. He believes that the monarchy needs to be smaller, more focused, and more disciplined. People who can't or won't follow the rules should be removed completely, regardless of their family relationships. The human cost of this decision is enormous. Two brothers who once shared everything will be permanently separated. Grandchildren will be cut off from their royal heritage. A family that has already been through so much trauma and division will be fractured even further. But William apparently believes that these personal costs are necessary to protect the institution of the monarchy for future generations. He sees himself as making a difficult but essential decision to preserve something that's bigger than any individual family member. The timing of this decision also coincides with William's increasing prominence as the heir to the throne. As he takes on more responsibilities and prepares for his eventual role as king, he's becoming more focused on protecting and strengthening the monarchy for the long term. In William's view, allowing Harry and Meghan to continue their current behavior sets a dangerous precedent for future generations of royals. If family members can publicly criticize the monarchy while keeping their titles and privileges, it undermines the entire system. By taking decisive action now, William is sending a message to current and future royals that there are consequences for betraying the family and the institution. This is designed to prevent similar situations from developing in the future. The psychological warfare aspect of William's plan is particularly sophisticated. By cutting Harry and Meghan off completely, he's forcing them to confront the reality of what their lives are like without royal support and connection. This could potentially lead to one of two outcomes. Either they'll succeed in building independent lives and careers, proving that they never really needed a royal family, or they'll fail and struggle, potentially leading them to reconsider their choices and seek reconciliation. William apparently believes that the second outcome is more likely, based on Harry and Meghan's track record with their various business and media ventures since leaving royal life. But regardless of what happens to Harry and Meghan personally, William's plan serves as primary goal of protecting the monarchy from further damage. By removing the source of ongoing controversy and embarrassment, he can focus on rebuilding the royal family's reputation and moving forward with a cleaner, more focused organization. The plan represents the most significant reorganization of the royal family in decades, and it's all being driven by William's vision of what the monarchy needs to be in the modern world. It's ruthless, calculated, and completely focused on long-term institutional success rather than short-term family harmony. What we're witnessing is a transformation of Prince William from a reluctant future king into a decisive leader who's willing to make the hard choices necessary to protect his future kingdom. The gentle, diplomatic prince is gone, replaced by someone who understands that being a king sometimes requires making enemies, even within your own family. This is Prince William's most powerful move ever, and it's going to change everything for Harry, Meghan, and the entire royal family. The world they've known is about to disappear forever, and there's absolutely nothing they can do to stop it. The consequences of this decision will be felt for generations, creating a new royal family structure that's smaller, more disciplined, and completely free from the chaos that has defined the Harry and Meghan era. Whether this turns out to be a brilliant strategic decision or a tragic family rupture remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: there's no going back from here. What do you think about Prince William's shocking decision to completely cut off Harry and Meghan from the royal family? Do you believe this is the right move to protect the monarchy, or do you think it's too harsh and will damage the royal family's reputation even further? Is there any chance that this decision could eventually be reversed, or do you think this is truly the end of Harry and Meghan's royal story? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment below. because this is definitely one of those stories that people are going to have strong opinions about. Some of you will probably think William is doing exactly what needs to be done to clean up the mess that Harry and Meghan created. Others might feel like this is cruel and unnecessary, especially when it involves cutting off grandchildren from their royal heritage. Whatever your opinion, make sure you let me know by leaving a comment down below. And if you found this deep dive into Prince William's shocking strategy as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button to show your support. Your likes help other people discover these videos, and let me know what kind of content you want to see more of. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because we're always uncovering the latest developments in royal family drama, celebrity scandals, and the stories that the rich and famous would prefer to keep hidden. Make sure you ring that notification bell too, so you'll be the first to know when we publish our next explosive investigation. Share this video with your friends and family who follow royal news, because I guarantee they're going to want to discuss William's shocking move and what it means for the future of the British royal family. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue following this incredible story as it develops.